Northern Territory Police Squad photos aren't just pictures, they're history, told through faces, uniforms, and generations of service. This archive begins in 1959, the earliest squad photograph available here. No earlier squad photos have been located for this collection, and a few recent squads are missing simply because some images haven't been made available, but what remains is still a powerful timeline. Northern Territory policing has always been shaped by the country itself. Huge distances, remote communities, long roads, and a job that demands resilience before the work even begins. Look closely at the early decades. The posture is formal, the presentation is traditional. The uniform carries a different era, and the details hint at older influences in badge and insignia. These aren't action photos. They're the moment before action, before the first long shift, before the first remote posting, before the territory shows what the job really is. As the years move forward, watch the changes. Badges evolve, shoulder patches appear and shift. Uniform cuts modernise. Small details that mark big transitions. Now look at the faces, because Darwin's climate is visible even when Darwin isn't. In the top-end humidity, standing still in uniform can feel like training on its own. In many photos, recruits are drenched in sweat, not from running or drills, but from simply holding formation under territory conditions. The weather is part of the story. Squad sizes change too. Some years the intake looks small and tight. Other years the numbers jump. A quiet reflection of staffing needs, recruitment cycles, and a growing territory. Northern Territory policing doesn't scale like other places. The population might be smaller than other states, but the map is enormous. Travel time is real. Isolation is real. And backup can be hours away. This is the traditional constable recruit pathway, the main line, separate from other entry streams like police auxiliaries and Aboriginal community police officers. As time moves into the modern years, everything tightens up. Uniform presentation becomes more contemporary, insignia becomes cleaner, and the look of the force reflects changing expectations, because the job itself has changed. Policing today carries new pressures, more visibility, more scrutiny, more demand. But the reality of the territory remains. Distance, remoteness, and intensity. Every squad photo captures the same moment. A line of recruits at the beginning, before the long drives, before the hard nights, before the jobs they'll never forget. Some of these recruits go on to become leaders. Some become specialists. Some spend careers in remote postings, where every decision counts. These squads are where most NT police began. For decades, one uniform dominated territory policing: khaki, practical, recognisable, and to many people, unmistakably Northern Territory. Khaki wasn't just a colour, it matched the landscape, it carried tradition, and it gave NT Police a distinct identity that locals instantly understood. Then the biggest shift arrives. Not a badge, not a patch, a colour change. The move from khaki to blue was controversial, inside the job and out in the community. Many wanted the khaki to stay because it was tradition and it felt like the territory, but others pushed for a clearer police identity, more recognisable, more modern. When blue finally won, not everyone was happy. Some felt the force looked less territory and more mainland. To some, the blue felt more authoritarian than it needed to be, a major shift in the way policing looked and the way it was seen. There was even confusion from visitors. More than once, tourists mistook NT police for park rangers and wondered why rangers were carrying firearms. The uniform change wasn't just visual, it changed perception. Even now, years later, the opinion still exists. NT police should have stayed in khaki. That tradition still matters to a lot of people. All of them started the same way, standing in the squad line. These photos preserve more than uniforms and faces. They preserve a tradition, a culture of service carried forward year after year, through changing badges, changing patches, and a changing uniform. From 1959 onward, this archive becomes a moving record of commitment. Not perfect, not complete, but enough to show the story. Generation after generation stepping forward. Northern Territory policing has never been small. It has always been big country and bigger responsibility. So when the years keep rolling and the uniforms keep changing, remember what stays the same: the choice to join, the decision to serve, the willingness to stand the line. Some squad photos are missing. Some years aren't here. But the tradition is clear and the story holds. This is Northern Territory police history, told through the squads. From 1959 to today, from khaki to blue, from one generation to the next.